Upgrade your wallet today with Ridge. If you're tired of the old leather wallets that are just too fat for your pocket, try a minimalistic Ridge wallet that also doubles as a money clip. There are so many different colors and varieties too, and with a little screwdriver that it comes with, you can swap out plates so you can have your own customizable different Ridge wallets, which makes a great gift for any member of the family this holiday season. Right now, check out theridge.com/geekdom and use the code geekdom to get 10% off your purchase. The tide is beginning to turn in the granola arc. The truth is out there. Granola now knows that the real enemy of his past was not the Saiyans, it was the Heaters. And now we know the Heaters are here and they mean business as the villains of this arc. Welcome to my Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 78 review. We're going to be talking about everything that happened in this manga chapter. We're going to be discussing the story, where it's going, where it has surprisingly gone, but not that surprising. Some of us kind of predicted this, and much, much more today. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button and please leave a like and spread this video out to those who want to hear my thoughts on the manga chapter, because we're going to have a good discussion. Quick programming note, tomorrow here on Geekdom 101, Saturday afternoon, going to be doing a stream with all of you. Be here Saturday afternoon, which is tomorrow, on the channel. Set your notifications on, ring the bell, because we're going to be discussing this manga chapter. I'm going to take all your questions. We're going to talk about the future because things are heating up in the granola arc. And one last thing, for this review, I was unable to be around when the Viz version dropped because I was busy. I'm busy pretty much all day today on Friday. I had to go to a doctor's appointment. There's a lot of stuff going on today. So I want to thank DBS Hype for providing the raws for this manga chapter for me. And I want to thank the translators, Mugiwara and others, for helping the translation out. And I wanted to get this review out today. I may be having a procedure done today, so send your prayers and well wishes. I would appreciate it, and I thank you for that. Let's get into Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 78. So the Heaters have indeed gathered the Dragon Balls. Elec has sent the other Heaters to go right now and attack Goku, Vegeta, and Granola because all three of them are exhausted from fighting each other and they want to take advantage and wipe them out before they end up finding out their plan and stopping them. Plus, they know that these three are the strongest in the universe, and if they don't take them out now, these guys are going to heal up and come after them. So Elec's strategy makes perfect sense. Take them out now while they're tired. But we find out in this manga chapter that the Heater family did indeed get their way. But more importantly, Goku, Vegeta, Monaito, and Granola find out when the skies darken, ominously, because they know that a dragon has been summoned and the wish is being made. As I said at the start of this review, the tide has begun to turn on Goku, Vegeta, and the last surviving Cerealian Granola. Elec has gathered the two balls. Yeah, the two balls. And has summoned, that joke's never going to get old, and has summoned the Cerealian dragon to make his wish. And we find out in this manga chapter that his wish was really a wish that many of us were somewhat expecting, but also you have to remember that it's only one wish and he can always make more wishes. But the wish he chose to make in this chapter was to power up Gas and make him the strongest fighter in the universe. The exact same wish that Granola made. One thing I like about this is that it's showing the absolute danger of the Dragon Balls. If you watch the original series, you know that when the Dragon Balls fall into the wrong hands, it could be very disastrous. They brought Frieza back in Dragon Ball Super, Zamasu wished to be immortal, and all these other things that have always caused problems. And this one right here is just as bad, because now anybody can summon the dragon and wish to be the strongest. And we see it here. We literally see it here. So that goes back to me once again stating, like I've said in previous videos, that by the end of this arc, the Cerealian balls are going to have to be turned off or depowered, because anybody can now come and make this wish and cause problems really for everyone. The Heaters show up and taunt Goku, Vegeta, and Granola because now their confidence is up, because they know that Elec successfully made the wish, and we now have a big, jacked up, giant version I guess you can call it a transformation if you want, of Gas. Gas was already kind of hinted at being the strongest fighter, and earlier in the chapter we find out that Bardock did defeat him, but Gas was always strong, and I guess he got stronger in the past 40 years, but not as strong as he was here, because Gas does some pretty impressive things in this manga chapter. First and foremost, he fires a finger blast similar to what Frieza did, but also very similar to what Vegito did with his Spirit Sword move, where he's able to kind of traject the Ki Blast up, and luckily he doesn't successfully hit Goku and Vegeta, but he comes pretty damn close. This is just a fragment of the power we see from Gas. I'm going to tell you right now that I really enjoyed this manga chapter, and I'm going to go into it more later on, but for some reason, just like with the Moro arc, I love that chapter where Moro tore everybody up. Remember that, how violent it was? And this one, although it's not quite as gory, I enjoyed it because seeing what Gas could do was really, really cool. So Gas has the ability now that he's tapped into this incredible new power thanks to the Cerulean Dragon. He can now create weapons out of matter, material weapons he can create out of thin air. This is not like an energy weapon like what Vegito or Goku Black did when he made his scythe. This is different. It's an actual weapon made of some kind of metallic alloy. He can now summon these weapons, and in a very shocking move, he fires it at Granola and impales him, injuring the fighter. So Granola was a guy who had been built up to be the strongest and one of the toughest challenges for Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego Goku and Vegeta respectively, and now he's been humbled and impaled by Gas. This scene right here was freaking crazy. This is one of my favorite scenes they've had in this arc so far. I have not been a huge fan of this arc, as many of you know. Some of the chapters didn't do it for me. I'm really into this now because Gas is here and he ain't playing around, and Granola is in deep, deep trouble. Goku steps up to fight Gas. He is quickly humbled. The difference in power plus Goku being, tired is obviously going to be a problem, but what happens is Gas is able to once again use that new ability he has to create matter and objects out of thin air and uses it to create these blocks around Goku's limbs to weigh him down. This is one of the coolest techniques in Dragon Ball in a very, very long time. I'm a huge fan of this because it's new, it's different, and it really puts our heroes in trouble. This is some good stuff, yo. Toyotaro and Toriyama, I gotta give them props. I really like the fact that this villain is doing something different than the previous ones. Goku is about to be killed, but Granola steps up and fires a blast at Gas because really he is his enemy. Granola steps in to fight Gas, but Gas being powered up like never before and now being stronger than Granola because he wished to be the strongest in the universe, and we assume that Elec made the wish. And because of that, he is now a step above Granola. But the question that I have, guys, is what was the cost? Remember, when Granola made the wish, he wound up losing a big section of his life. Granola only has 3 years left to live now with this power. Is that what happened with Gas? Is Gas's lifespan been shortened, or is there something else? Is there something he had to give up to get this power? That's something that is a mystery right now that I think we're going to be wondering about until it gets revealed either next chapter or in the future. We'll be discussing this on the stream coming up this Saturday, tomorrow, so make sure that you're there for that. And of course, I'll make other videos talking about what that could be. What did Gas/Elec give up? So at this point, Gas is just extremely overconfident. Granola tries to fight him and just is getting completely rocked. I mean, he can't land a punch on him. Gas is just light years ahead of this guy. Terrifyingly so. And at this point, Monaito is trying to heal Goku because he knows that if he heals Goku, Goku can step in there and help out Granola and stop him from dying. But Monaito's healing ability is not quite as, perfected as some other Namekians is, so Goku might not get to full power, but Goku does manage to step up and join the fight, and then what ends up happening is, this guy Gas sort of creates this material sword or like a Asiatic spike and fires it at Goku, and Goku almost gets stabbed. Goku transforms to Super Saiyan Blue and blocks it with his hands, but he was dangerously close to getting impaled, just like what Moro did to him in the last arc. Let's not forget that. Then Goku tries to counterattack with a big punch, but guess what happens? Gas materializes a shield like Captain America and blocks the punch. So Gas's abilities are to materialize things, and I wonder if Gas already knew that trick or if it's something that he learned from the Dragon Ball's Wish. Either way, he's very proficient at it, and Goku is unable to connect with a direct shot. Then, in a scene that looks like something right out of a Bugs Bunny cartoon, I'm not going to lie to y'all about that one, Gas manifests a giant mallet. It just looks very cartoonish. You have to understand that Dragon Ball, from Toriyama's perspective, was always written to be like a quasi-gag manga. Yeah, it's got some dark moments and serious fights, but Toriyama at heart is a comedic writer, and him giving, I guess to be Totoro as well, giving Gas, a villain, a giant mallet like Bugs Bunny is really, really wacky. But speaking of whack, he whacks, I said wacky, whack, same thing. He whacks Goku with this thing, bro. Like, this is the first time in Dragon Ball history that Goku's actually been hit with a mallet. That's crazy. Of all the years, this is the first time. And what ends up happening is Goku, they can't stop this guy. The Wish has made him too powerful, which, by the way, in this manga chapter, Goku and Vegeta find out about the Wish. They find out that Granola got strong because of the Wish, which is a big revelation to them. We knew about it, but they had no idea. So now they have knowledge of it, which is going to tie into something later. Also, Vegeta remembers that he has a Senzu. We've talked about this before. What are they going to do with that Senzu? And Vegeta himself is tempted to use the Senzu because he can tap into Ultra Ego and fight Gas, but Vegeta instead, stating that it's not really his time for revenge and that he doesn't want to take shortcuts, wants Granola to eat the Senzu. He wants to give it to Granola because ultimately Granola is the one who seeks revenge. And this makes perfect sense, and I actually respect Vegeta for this because Granola needs to get revenge on these guys because they are the ones that killed his mother. They are the ones that really called the Saiyans, and they called Frieza's forces to Planet Cereal because of a trade bargain. And at this point, Granola is the hero. And I really like the fact that Goku and Vegeta, although they are the main characters, are sort of passing, not the torch necessarily, but giving Granola the shot to really be the guy, to be the victor here. Because, dude, if he's the guy whose mom got killed, we all kind of want, like, as fans, we want Granola to get revenge on this guy. We want him to fuck the heaters up, all four of them. And Vegeta does too, and I love that. I actually love that. Granola's, like, surprised. He's finding out about the bean. So this closes the manga chapter with the cliffhanger that Granola will be facing off against Gas next month. And this time, Granola with the Senzu will be powered back up to full power. But remember, Gas is still the strongest. So either Granola will have to use what he has learned from Goku and Vegeta to win tactically, or what's going to happen if Goku and Vegeta join the fight and they fight his ass, and we might see fusion, we might see Ultra Ego again. I think Vegeta kind of feels a little bit guilty about what happened to Granola. So Vegeta might join the fight. We'll discuss all of this tomorrow on the stream and in other videos in the coming days and weeks. Remember to keep it locked here to Geekdom 101. I thank you for watching. I love this manga chapter. It's one of my favorites they've done so far, and I really look forward to seeing Granola and Gas and their crazy techniques and whatever's going to come next. I want to see some new techniques. I want to see some crazy stuff happen. It might not. It might be a disappointment, or it might be great, but I have not been into this arc as much as I am right now. Like, this is, for me, my favorite moments of the arc so far. Now that we have a real villain and Granola's now a true babyface, where's this going to go? I'm excited. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Oh, and watch these videos because I think you'll like them.